Hey there, welcome to this video all about Google Calendar events versus Google Tasks. So I get asked surprisingly often about the difference between an event or a task on Google Calendar. So when you are creating something new, you want to put something on your Google Calendar, you've maybe noticed that you have the option to create an event or create a task. And I often get asked, as I said, which one should I use? Or when should I use an event? When should I use a task? So this video, we're going to dive into the difference between the two. And spoiler alert, I am, team event. I actually don't use Google Tasks very often, and I'm going to tell you why throughout this video. So events are part of Google Calendar, right? You can make a Google event on your Google Calendar, whereas Google Tasks are actually their own separate platform. So up here, I have Calendar, or I can switch to Tasks. And when I do that, it takes me to this completely different screen. You'll notice everything over here changed, and we've got tasks. Google Tasks are actually their own platform. I can even go to tasks.google.com. No, it's a completely different URL. So I can use Google Tasks outside of Google Calendar. I cannot create an event outside of Google Calendar. They're completely different things. And if I go into, let's say, like my test Gmail account, for example, here, you will see along the side, I have the option of Google Calendar or Google Tasks. They are completely separate things. I can use a task independent of a calendar. So I told you that I am team event. Well, why am I team event? Because you can do a lot more with an event than you can a task. With an event, I can invite guests, I can add a Google Meet video conference, or I can put in an address. If I click more options, I can add a description, I can add files from Google Drive, I can format my text, I can make it bold, italics, underlined, I can insert a link into the text. So I can even, do something like, hey, here's their website, and then I can link to that website. So I can format this text. If I'm in a task, I can't do that, and I'll show you the difference in a minute here. The biggest reason I love events is because I can assign this event, I don't know, let's have a pizza party. I'm feeling nostalgic. Let's have a pizza party. We finished our Book It reading. If you don't get that, you're a lot younger than I am. Congratulations. So we're going to have a pizza party. Now, what's great about an event is I can decide which calendar I want it to go on. This is my test account, so my general test account one, business or life. Well, this is going to be a life. And so you can see it's changed color. I can even give this a separate color if I want to, if it's something really, really special. You know what? Let's just add some guests. Let's invite her, and let's invite Lisa. We're going to invite all the Lisas to this pizza party, right? So I can invite guests, and I can say, oh, you know what? I want them to see the guest list. I don't want them to invite anybody else, though. So I have a little bit of flexibility there. Add location. Oh, man, we're going to Pizza Hut. Do any of them? Yeah, they still exist, but you could actually put in the address, but we're just going to do that. And, it's not all day. Let's say that this pizza party is gonna happen at 6:30 to 8. There we go. And let's pick a different day. Let's say it's gonna be on the 10th. Save. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and send them their invites. Oh, you guys, I've made this the most epic pizza party ever. Whoops. Let me come back in and edit the dates. There we go. Save. We don't want that to be. Don't send. That's fine. Now, oh my. Struggle. Welcome to the struggle, y'all. I'm not going to edit this out because it happens. All right, we're not going to update. There we go. So now here's my pizza party. And you can see it's assigned to this. Let's just put one more event. We're going to have an important meeting. And that's not a life event. That's a business event. And I don't know. It's just, let's add a time. Sure, that's when it's going to be. Why not? Save. So you can see these are different colors. And you can see I can turn that off and only view my life events, or over here I can click and say, hey, just show me my business events, right? So I was able to choose which calendar I wanted these to go onto. I was able to invite people and all kinds of fun stuff. Now, watch what happens if I do a task. If I do a task, note there's no option for like, hey, more. I can have a date. I can add a time if I want to, not 1 a.m. Let's do 11 a.m. I can make it repeat just like I can with an event. Let's say that, not sure, weekly on Tuesday. And let's just say, okay, let's say take vitamins. Did I spell vitamins? Where did it is? Take vitamins. Now, I have this drop down here, my tasks, because in Google Tasks, this separate platform, I can create different lists. Let's just say health, I don't know, friends. Great. So I have these different, basically to-do lists, and I don't think this is going to update. Let's save that. Now, if I come here and I edit this, oh, see, I can't even change like where I've put that. Let's just delete all those tasks. And I'm going to see if it gives me, yeah. So now I have an option of which list I want to put on. Let's put this on health. Vitamins, and we are going to repeat this weekly on Tuesdays and say, take your pills. There we go. Save. Okay. So now you can see it's there, but look, it's just on tasks. I could not put that in my life calendar if I wanted to, because when I make a task on Google Tasks or on Google Calendar, if I add a task to Google Calendar, the only calendar it's going to appear on is tasks. That is default where it goes. If I go to Google Tasks, whole separate platform, you can see it's here. It's under my health thing here, right? So it's on my health list. But when I'm in Google Calendar, my only option is to have it there in tasks. And, I can say, oh, hey, mark it complete. Hooray. And I can manually complete the task. That's sort of nice. I cannot do that with an event. I can't say, hey, click, like manually mark it complete. It's done. After 11 a.m. at 11:01, this will kind of be grayed out like this because that's how I have my settings, and it will disappear. But I cannot manually mark this as done. So why am I Google event person and not Google Tasks? Well, I don't like having tasks on their own list. I would rather have it be on my life. So I would rather say, take vitamins, and then I could add my time in there. Sure, we're going to take them, I guess, at 10:30 a.m. Great. And I don't think I can do 10:30. I can, 10:30, repeat it weekly. This is something that goes on life, and save. So now you can see I have this reminder to take my vitamins every day, and I would rather just have it there. Now, do you have to do that? No. Maybe you like having this a separate tasks thing. If you like that, go ahead and make it a task. That's totally fine. But for me, I just don't like to mess with that. And just because this is called an event, it doesn't mean it has to be an event. I made myself a list of things. You can do stuff like, hey, a reminder, now it's time to leave. Go pick your kid up from school. I literally have that on my calendar every day. That's mostly to block out the time so that no one can schedule anything with me. Because that's another thing. With events, you can mark yourself. Are you free during this time, or are you busy? As a business owner who has a scheduler and people can schedule events with me, I like to be able to mark myself as busy during certain times so that people cannot try and schedule something with me when I am picking my kid up from school, or when I'm at the dentist, or whatever I happen to be doing. Other tasks you can create events for: pay the water bill, pay the electricity bill, submission deadline for this conference. Make sure that so-and-so followed up on blah, blah, blah. Write an email about da-da-da-da-da, or email the school that, your kiddo is going to be gone this day. Call Lisa to schedule the pizza party, or, call to schedule your physical. You can put tasks in as an event. An event doesn't actually have to be an event. It can be whatever you want it to be, right? So that is just a quick rundown. What's the difference between events in Google Calendars and Google Tasks? Hopefully that's, giving you a little bit of clarity between the two. Again, I'm really team event because I like to be able to choose which calendar things go on. And I just don't like the tasks calendar. And that's just a personal preference. If you do, by all means, go ahead and create tasks here. I will say the one thing is, if you create a task here, you will be able to see it in tasks.google. There is a Google Tasks app that you could put on your phone if you just want to have like a separate to-do list. Tasks are also, and the calendar really, they're also available. Like I showed you earlier, if you're in your Gmail, you can view your calendar, but you can also view the tasks and see like what's on there. And there's nothing for today. So this is just showing me, I guess, what is due today. But you can also access tasks and calendar if you are in like a Google Doc, or if you're in Google Drive. You will always have those options. I shouldn't say you'll always have, but you have these options kind of off to the side here. And you can customize it. You can add stuff there, but that's a video for another day. If you use Google Calendar and you don't have the Google Calendar app on your phone, I highly recommend you get it. I live and die by my Google Calendar and the app on my phone. So if you have questions about Google Calendar events, or tasks, or anything else digital organized related, drop a comment below and let me know.